Total War Warhammer 40,000 has already become a permanent fixture in my subconscious. Its trailer nestled somewhere between the baseline to Is She Weird and an upsetting childhood memory involving the Jungle Book 2. I've already rewatched the upcoming strategy game scan footage more times than I care to admit, and if there's a limit to the amount of times you can watch the same poor orc get liquefied by plasma, I have not yet found it. There's good reason to be excited. The Total War Warhammer trilogy has long established itself as the seminal adaptation of Games Workshop's high fantasy setting, and the 40K universe offers an even vaster sandbox to play with. Creative Assembly isn't shying away from that scope, instead aiming to capture a galaxy-wide conflict in a way that no Warhammer video game has achieved before. It's a fascinating level of ambition, but there are still many unanswered questions. To learn more about how Total War Warhammer 40,000 intends to do so much, I caught up with Creative Assembly's Simon Mann, product owner and campaign designer, and Andy Hall, principal narrative designer. Right now, the closest comparison to Total War Warhammer 40,000's campaign map may be Helldivers 2. In Arrowhead's shooter, a Galactic map lets players survey the shifting front lines of a universal war before picking specific sectors and planets to fight over. Similarly, Total War Warhammer 40,000 will have an overarching setting that will offer a number of ways for players to take part in the bigger picture. We have these Crusade theatres and they will drive that narrative, says Hall. So what's going on here? Why are these forces here? And what's in store for the players if they continue that? It doesn't matter which faction you are because you'll have a role. Everyone sees themselves as a protagonist in their story, and that's going to be the same whether you're Aldari or Space Marines. You will have a role, and it's within the context of that Crusade theatre, who's winning, who's not, that will slowly reveal what the narrative of that is. To move the needle, Hall says players will have a number of options. If you want to shut yourself away for the weekend and play a massive campaign, you can. Or if you've got an evening, you can play one of the smaller campaigns in our Flashpoint system, and that will have an effect in the theatre too. You can even just play battles if you wish, adds Mann. Even in that area, there are these strike battles, very vital conflicts you need to win where you can just send in your customised troops to fight a battle. If you're the sort of person who's only got a short amount of time, we're here for you. We've got something that you can do. Every campaign you play, there's meaning to it, he explains. It's not just, I've won that campaign, that was fun. It's, I've won the campaign, we have this territory, we've conquered this location, we are now able to push further into this area of the galaxy and play through that way. We really think it adds an awful lot of extra feeling, and a kind of internal narrative for you as a player to try these things out. Here you can see Creative Assembly killing two birds with one stone. Total War Warhammer 40,000's Galactic layer is an effective way of capturing the vastness of its setting, but it's also a smart way to make the later stages of a campaign more important. One of the biggest challenges in strategy games. As someone with too many stalled Total War Warhammer 3 campaigns to count, that overarching narrative promises to be the most exciting part of Total War Warhammer 40,000. Everything else, from tabletop-inspired customization to blowing up planets, is icing on the massive cake. I just hope we don't have to wait long to stuff our faces. But what about you? Are you excited for Total War Warhammer 40,000? Let us know in the comments, and stick with GamesRadar for the latest news, previews, and more.